So again, my name's Gabe Zona. You might find this to be somewhat interesting. On August the 8th of last year, I had sent Donald Trump's vice president an email. I was fortunate enough to have begun corresponding with her, and I had sent her an email suggesting that Donald Trump could save America. And what I proposed in that email was that if Donald Trump offered $5 to $10 million to anyone that can come forward and provide him with irrefutable, undisputable evidence that Obama wasn't eligible to be in the Oval Office, then that person should be entitled to collect the reward, whether it's $5 or $10 million, and that person need not be identified for obvious reasons, and that person would be given a numbered account where that person could go collect the money after the information had been verified as being true and accurate. And what happened was, a number of months later, Donald Trump went on the air and he said he was going to make an announcement that was going to be shocking and revealing. And I had my fingers crossed, because I thought, well, here he goes, this is what he's going to do. And what he did was he put a twist into it. And what he did was he announced to the world that he's going to offer $5 million to a charity of Obama's choice if Obama were to release his records. Now, anyone and everyone with even a quarter of a brain in their head would know that Obama could not do that. And shortly thereafter, I sent another email to his senior vice president outlining how I was really disturbed that he would have done what he did knowing that Obama couldn't do it. So all he was really doing was glorifying himself and getting a whole lot of press, knowing that he'd never have to sign that check for $5 million. The truth is that if the Donald would have done what I had suggested, which is to offer that to anyone, and what I said in the letter, there might be a secretary at the admission office at Occidental, there might have been a nurse, there might have been a low-level, even a janitor. There might have been someone that Obama confided in during his drug-induced stupor. Anyone that can provide undeniable proof should have received that money. But that isn't what the Donald did. And if Donald would have done that, well, then I wouldn't be making these videos. And if Donald would have done that, Obama wouldn't be in the Oval Office. There's somebody out there that knows the truth. And I'm not talking about Elena Kagan, who we all know knows the truth. Now, that Nancy Pelosi, the Botox queen, she doesn't know the truth. But what she does know is that she didn't vet him, and she lied about having vetted him. But there are people that know the truth. The problem is they have no one to go to. Who are they going to go to? They're going to go to the less than honorable Eric Holder, Jr.? Who are they going to go to? They're going to go to the FBI? How about the CIA? John Brennan's organization. There's no one to go to. And that's why I wrote what I did. Give the money to anyone that provides the proof, once it's proven to be true, and once he's removed from office. Allow them to have access to those funds through a numbered account, never having to identify themselves. And if that would have happened, once again, I wouldn't be making these videos. But the Donald didn't do it. So, if you ever see this, Donald, I've lost a whole lot of respect for you, because you could have saved this country. And your ego was more important to highlight yourself than to save this country. And what I even wrote in that email is that even if you give the $5 or $10 million, the new government would be so grateful for what you did, they would have reimbursed you. So, if anyone doesn't believe me, send me an email and I'll send you a copy of the email that I had sent. I'm not doing this to try to take any credit or get any kudos. I'm doing this because I love this country. And I have children and I have grandchildren. And I want to save this country for them. And Donald, you could have helped, but you chose not to. You were more interested in glorifying yourself than helping the American people. That's how I feel. For those of you that have been watching my videos, you know one thing. I try to tell the truth. And again, if you send me an email, I'll send you a copy of that email that I had sent to his senior vice president, asking him to do exactly what I outlined in this little video. He didn't do it, and you know what? We all lost because of it.